All right, well, I believe Sunday is the end of the week for the LinkedIn games, so these should theoretically be the hardest ones this week. I'm going to start with Zip. And okay, well, from the 1, we know we need to hit 2. Now, we've got the same kind of thing we've seen several times now, where things in a corner, and this is effectively a corner with these extra little walls here, have to come in and out there's just an L shape. That's the only way you can do it. And so, in order to go from 2 into 3 and back out, we either have to go over and down, which we could come up and around and down, or we have to come kind of down and around here, but then you're taking the top. If you come into the 3 from the 2 this way and come out, now you're taking away both sides to get to the 2. So the 1 actually has to come up and around to the 2 and to the 3 and down. And then we got to get this, we have to fill every cell. So we got to get the 4, we're going to come up to the 5, hit the 6, down. Oh, nope. I missed some cells because of the 4. We got to pick up the bottom down there like that, because we can't get to those from the 7. So there we go. Very nice. Moving on to Tango. Let's see. We've got all the suns for this row, so we'll stick in some moons, and then we've got 2 of each. What do we want to do from there? The suns here are interesting. So we can't, since we have a sun at each end of this column, we can't stick another sun next to either of them, because then you'll have 3 moons in a row. So these actually have to both be moons. And now we've got a double moon here, which gives us a sun. This equals then has to be moons. That's all the moons for the column. Now we need a moon for the row. And this X here is going to give us a bunch of stuff to fill in. And now we need a moon for that column. The double moon here means that this equals can't be moons, because you'd have 4 in the row. So those are suns, moon, sun, moon. We need a sun for the row. We've got all the suns for this column, so we need moons. We need a sun and a sun to finish it off. Very nice. Okay. Less than half of the average. That's always fun. Moving on to queens. Let's see. Ooh, interesting. Well, we've got the box here and this shape, which are both in the first 2 columns, so we can X out all of those. It gives us a crown there. Can rule out all of that. We've got kind of the same thing here. It's going to rule out the big region, though, which isn't as helpful. This L and this T take those 2 rows, so that gives us a crown down here, because we can rule all of that out. Gets rid of those. It's now in that domino. And this, well, before it was already the top 2 rows, and this is the top 2 rows, so we can get rid of all of those. Gives us a crown there, rules those out. Now it's this domino, which rules all of these out, gives us a crown, rules those out, gives us a crown. And then we can say, these are gone, so that's a crown, that's a crown. So we've got these 2, and it's this domino. And where is the big region gonna go? It's got to be, okay, so the big region has to be in those 2 rows that this, I think, red one is in, the same. And it's got to be in these 3 columns left. And so it has to be one of those 4. And I think, we can't quite rule out enough stuff. Well, these are gone, but we know it has to be one of these 4. But we can do, and, right, so the thing is, if you put a crown right here, it's going to rule out that spot, and now there's nowhere to put one in that whole column. Therefore, this has to be the crown, which is going to put a crown there and down there. Very nice. Okay, cool. There might have been a better way to see that at the end, but that worked. Moving on to Pinpoint. Let's see. Batman. Association. Bat and association. Association and bat. Bat. You can go to bat. You can... Wow. I have no idea. Nocturnal. Obviously, that's not association. 3-layer sandwich. A 3-layer sandwich. An association. A club. They can all mean club. A bat can be a club. A 3-layer sandwich is a club. An association is a club. Very nice. Okay, Crossclimb. Let's see. Geometric figures similar to pyramids, but with circular bottoms. Those would be cones. Sticks waved by magicians or metal detecting devices, wands. J-shaped walking aids would be canes. becomes smaller is wains. Small sheltered bays would be, ooh, small sheltered bays. And it's got to be close to one of these. All right, hold on. Let's adjust these things. So we've got wands, wains, canes, cones. So it's got to fit with one of these. Coves. There we go. Coves. Of course. A 2-word plural term for musical groups that perform the music of other groups' cover bands. Very nice. Cool. Okay, well, today was, I think, supposed to be the hardest of the week. Most of them I didn't think were too bad, actually, but I don't know. Let me know what your experience was, and of course, be sure to subscribe for more.